Okay, it's Red again, part 2 here of my weekend update for July the 25th, 2010. This is for my website, reddragonleo.com. Okay, I talked about the weekly chart and the monthly chart in the previous video. Here we are still on the weekly and what I thought was going to happen in the next few weeks and next few months. And so let's get directly into the daily chart and take a look at it. You can see we had this massive move up here on the daily chart the Friday after having a down day. Is this up to date? Let me see. Let me refresh the page. I'm pretty sure it is. Am I missing a day or... Yeah, okay, I was missing a day, sorry. Okay, so we had the massive move up on Thursday. And then we broke out here the channel. We are curling up, and we are moving up. And notice where we're at up here. We're right now at 56.92, and we're headed up. Once we get to 66, that means there'll be 2-to-1 buying versus selling. And that's very, very important on the RSI. So that means you're definitely in bull territory as the buying goes up at two people buying to everyone selling. And once this curls up, at this point, it is looking more and more like it's going to be the positive DI line. As I said last week, I had got fooled by this big move down on the previous week on a Friday, and then on Wednesday's Bernanke sell-off day. I thought both of those had basically caused this chart to roll over. I was looking at it. Whereas the prior week, during this week, I was bullish, saying, hey, look, guys, I think we're going to go up here in a wave A, a B, and a C. And I changed that tune last week and thinking it was just going to keep on going back down. And that was just my bearishness overall, and the economy is obviously affecting my ability to read the charts, because clearly I should have not ignored that candle here on the weekly again. So last week, this past week that we just had, 2 days ago that ended Friday, here we are here. And the prior week was here. Well, as you can see, this is sloping up. This is curling up. This is moving up to 50. It's looking more and more bullish. And I just ignored that. And that was when I made a call for an ABC up to the fake print of 112.41, about 1120 area here. So it's just shy of the 1131. So we know we're going to go up there and probably reverse. Now, will it happen Monday, Tuesday next week? I don't know. We are still rolling up, and it is pushing up here and pushing up. So we might have a 3 peaks before it rolls or something. So it might just be 1, 2, and a 3 before it finally rolls back down. Very well could. This thing could run on up here and really get way overbought like this here, like this area. Really, really could before it even moves back. Because once this thing curls up, ain't no stopping this daily. If we actually do a count here, you have a wave 1 down, a wave 2, a wave 3, a choppy wave 4, and a wave 5. So if you count all that as one large wave down, made up of 5 smaller waves. Now you've got a 1, 2, 3, a big long 3. But in that 3, of course, that doesn't mean we can't hit, we can't do a 5-wave push in this 3, you see. So again, it could easily go up here to 112.41, hit that fake print, come back down and hit this fake print we got on Thursday of, and I don't know if that one's a fake or not, but it appears to be 107.12. So it's possible we could go down next week. Next week is supposed to be a bearish week. According to Cobra's charts, you read Cobra's charts, next week's a bearish week. So we could back down there and do that gap fill first. Then push on up, and that would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but that wouldn't be a full 3-wave, because obviously this 3-wave has got to be longer than this one here. So that could still be a wave 1, a 2, and then the 3 wave on up could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or something. It could eventually push us on up here past this 1220 on up to 1260 to 1280 range, which would fulfill the diamond fake print of 118.16, about 1100 or about 11,800 on the Dow roughly. That would certainly work on the weekly as well, because that'd give the weekly chart time to run up here and roll over and to put a peak in and to roll over. So that would certainly work. So, you know, a 5-wave move inside of a wave 3 would be a common thing. So where would that wave 3 take us? Well, I'd say probably on up here to this double top, and that's where you'd probably back off for a wave 4 and then a final wave 5 on up, if this went in a 5-wave move. But I don't know if Elliott wave does 5-wave moves on the upside, or if it just does 3 waves, which is the ABC. I'm not an Elliott wave person, so it's really tough to call on that. So you'd have to look for other people who's more of an expert. Like on my blog link, there's Tony Caldero, Italian. I'm not Italian. Asked Anna, she can pronounce his name. Caldero. Sorry. But anyway, he's pretty good on his charts as well. I don't always agree with him. I like Cobra a lot, and you can read his stuff, and you clearly go over that next week is a bearish week. And you know, it makes sense the way that they're going to take this money from the retail guys. When you think about it, is we know August options expiration is coming up for the next 3 or 4 weeks, 3 weeks, and 4 weeks. You know, so they got to take it down for the first couple of weeks before they run it back up, so they can get a lot of shorts on. They just squeezed all the shorts out here with that week, and that was for July. So they need to run down some to get them on board here into August. And I don't think they're going to take out this low. I really don't. But I think they're going to chop down and get a bunch of bears on board, thinking it's, you know, ready to roll. And then they'll run it up, push it up into well, at least the 112.41 area. So if they chop down here and run down that fake print of 107.12 in the next week or something, and then chop around, work their way back up, they'll run it hard into options expiration into August and squeeze everybody out again. So just remember those points. 107.12 is a possible fake print. Definitely 112.41 is a fake print. It's about 11.20 on here. So those are the possibilities. So should we turn down a little bit here next week, look forward to, you know, chop around a little, at least get on, work its way down there, then make a run into OPEX. And I kind of think that's what's going to happen. But again, that's just a guessing guess. And we go over here to the 60-minute chart, and it would make sense here because you can see right there, that gap right there. That gap needs to be filled, and that is the 107.12 fake print. The actual low that day was 107.07, or closing price. So there was no 107.12, so that tells me it's a fake print. So it would make sense to roll over here next week, cycle back down, and roll back up. And that would be a back test of this. You let this line go on down here for a few more days, and boom, 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 you chop back down, chop around, and that would be like up, sideways consolidation, then up again to there, which makes the most sense. And looking at the 15-minute chart, same thing. You see that gap right here big time, and of course that would break this trend line, but that doesn't mean that, you know, that could just trick a lot of bears. You know, if they are, the trend line's broken, you know, it's clearly pointing down into Monday, so that tells you we're probably going down. But you know, this move up sideways consolidation was a bull flag, and boom, it played out in the end. You can see it rolled over here and chopped around all day Friday, and then as the MACDs finally pushed above zero, boom, that bull flag played out, and we ramped it into the final close, and then rolled over a little bit to the close. That squeezed out any possible shorts that got their butts handed to them there on that Bernanke fake sellout, which was, you know, we should have broke that line. We really should have. I mean, it was just garbage. Because when you look at this long trend line from here back here on the 60, we came up here, banged it, fell off, banged it again, fell off. We should have just kept on falling, really should. But it went like this. There was a trend line here, and it found the support and went up. And it was all again because, why? Because I was ignoring the weekly. The weekly was giving power, pushing hard on the daily, preventing the daily from rolling over. When it should have rolled over, the weekly picked it up. It's like, I got your back, brother, I got your back. So it picked it up, pushed it on up. And the daily said, okay, I'm going to push the 60 on up. And it pushed it on up and pushed it on through there. So that's exactly what happened. So anyway, I hope that helps. It really didn't give you much guidance, but I hope that helps a little bit. Sorry about the little rant and rave about the aliens and the reptilians, but you know what I believe is really has nothing to do with the stock market. But anyway, I do believe there's a God source. Not a gray-haired old man, but a God source. Good luck next week, gang.